Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Mel, and today I wanted to do this video on dyeing your locks. I see a lot of people doing that, especially starter locks, and that is one of my biggest regrets in my whole 5-year lock journey, because I really should have took some time to think and ask myself some questions, and I did not. So I wanted to do this just to prepare you all if that's something that you're planning to do soon. I want people to do them. I think it's beautiful, but I just want you to do it right. So make sure you stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm really working to build a lock community, and I would love to have you a part of it. Let's get into it. The first question I think you should ask yourself before dyeing your locks is timing. Are you wanting to start them now in the starter lock phase, or are you wanting to wait for your locks to mature? I personally feel that you should wait until they mature. I feel like during the starter lock phase, your locks are just going through so many different things, so many different phases. And I feel like adding chemicals on top of that requires maintenance. And I think you should let your locks go through the motions of what they're gonna do, let them form before adding any type of dye. The second question that I think you should ask yourself is, why are you dyeing them? You know, are you dyeing them because you're bored with the color, you want something new? Are you dyeing them because you have a wedding coming up and you want a certain color? Are you dyeing them because you have a play or something that you have to do and you're needing color? Because it kind of goes into my third question of, are you going to do semi-permanent, permanent, rinse out? You kind of need to think about that, because I think rinse outs are cool because after a few rinses it comes out. If you're doing permanent, sometimes it's going to require touch-ups, which requires time and money. So you just kind of got to think about those things, like, why am I doing this? What am I doing it for? And how long am I wanting this color? Because for me, I did permanent, and my color was like a bright burgundy, but I didn't want it too bright. And it faded because I was not touching it up. I wasn't continuing to get it done. I was using a shampoo and conditioner that was specifically for color to kind of prevent the fading, but it still faded. And this was the color that I was left with, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like what it faded into because it kind of gave me like a light brown highlight look. But if you're going to do permanent or semi-permanent, just know that you're probably going to have to do some touch-ups. My fourth question you should ask yourself is, how is the current health or state of your hair? Do you have any thinning, any breakage? Have you dyed your locks in the past or recently? Do you have any traction alopecia? What's going on with your hair? Don't add any type of bleach or a bunch of chemicals to your hair if it's already kind of struggling and you're kind of working on it. I think you should wait. I have suffered from traction alopecia, which is something that I'm still dealing with. Definitely has improved over the years, but I was very mindful before I decided to add chemicals. Chemicals and dye and color will always be there, but just make sure that you're taking care of your hair before you add anything extra to it, because we don't want your hair to fall out. I don't want it to fall out. And, you know, we put a lot of time and effort and money and things into our hair. So definitely just make sure that you consider that before you add any type of dye into your locks. The fifth question that I think you should consider or ask yourself before you dye your locks is, who's going to do it? Are you going to watch YouTube and do it? Is your best friend going to do it? Is your grandma or aunt going to do it? Or are you going to go to a professional? Now, your cousin may be a professional, but, you know, ultimately, I think that you want someone, whoever does it, to have experience and know what they're doing, especially if it's permanent or you're requiring any type of bleach, because they will your hair up, literally. So I think for me, I prefer a loctician to do it. The lady that did mine has been doing hair for decades, and she specializes in color. I just felt more secure, and it made me feel good knowing that there's a great chance that she will not mess my hair up. So, you know, I understand we want to save money and time, and sometimes we have to do it. But at least if you're going to do it, watch YouTube, do a lot of extensive research before taking that on. The last question that I think you should ask yourself before dyeing your locks is just, are you prepared to give your locks that extra tender love and care that they're gonna need? I neglected mine when I dyed them, so I was not giving my locks that extra moisture that they were begging for, and I feel that it contributed to some of the thinning and breakage that I've had with my locks. And I just feel like if that's something that you're able to do, if you feel like you have the time and money and resources to be able to give your locks what they need, then go ahead. But if you're someone that may be busy with school, work, or kids, or you just don't have the time right now, then I definitely would take some time to think about it before adding any type of bleach or chemicals to your locks. I know we want to dye our locks and be cute, but I just want to make sure that you all are going about it the right way, just to prevent you from having any issues like I had in the past. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.